The heart of the spring is to go into the spaces where nobody's going, to meet people where they're at, and then making a true community change to make sure that those people do not continue to be overlooked or underserved.
This is Leslie, Executive Director at The Spring, an organization dedicated to confronting some of the toughest challenges our community faces.
Recent studies show that Oklahoma ranks highest in the nation for the number of domestic violence cases.
I was told what to wear, what to say, how to dress.
Online trafficking has increased 40%.
The list keeps growing.
More domestic violence.
A brothel shut down.
There's a market for this.
It's more about the psychological prison that somebody creates.
It's a crime that's growing.
A lot of these girls are victims of the sex trade.
This has been going on for quite some time.
The victim is 15
All comes
years
down
old.
to power and control.
Human trafficking and domestic violence in Oklahoma are on the rise, but it doesn't always look like what you might think.
We're not just importing human trafficking victims into the Tulsa area. This is something that's happening in everybody's local community every day.
That's Sergeant Nick Wheeler, Supervisor for Tulsa Police Department's Human Trafficking and Vice Unit.
How did you get into this life? Well, it started because I was a juvenile. I ran away from home. I had a boyfriend that I was living on the streets with. Well, when I encounter them when they're 23 or 24 years old, somebody else has victimized them, and they're desperate for feeding an addiction. Where are they going to find their next meal? What roof is going to be over their head tonight? Advocate networks, and specifically shelters that are licensed in the state, are few and far between. We know that if we pick up the phone and we call the Spring, they're going to answer the phone, and if we need something, the answer is yes.
The Spring stands out as Oklahoma's only faith-based organization certified by the Attorney General's office to serve victims of domestic violence, human trafficking, sexual assault, and stalking.
Most of our guests, when they come to us, they have had every bit of autonomy, every bit of self-worth, every bit of dignity stripped from them by their abuser or their trafficker. The second they walk in the door, we're asking them, are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Have you slept? Do you need to do all of those things before we even really talk to you about what's going on here or how our program works?
They provide everything from basic needs like food, clothing, and shelter to more in-depth services like pet accommodations, mental health support, legal aid, and on-site medical assistance.
All of those things are barriers that we are eliminating so that there is no reason for someone to have to stay in their situation.
Here's our boutique. This is where they can come in when they get here and get everything that they need. We keep this stocked for them to come in and shop and feel like an actual nice space where they're not just getting leftovers, but they're actually getting nice things to wear. So this is our beauty salon, where our clients who have never been able to have control of their hair, who maybe don't feel beautiful, can come in and be pampered and get access to that service.
I am highly encouraged with the momentum that we're seeing in our state, with stakeholders at all different levels getting involved and taking notice and saying, this can't happen in our state, this can't happen in our backyard.
The Spring relies on community partnerships to not only help raise awareness to the problem, but extend their reach to even more victims across our state.
It's wonderful to have a partnership where it is a faith-based organization who is doing a great work. We can send people to the Spring who need help, and at the same time, through the Spring, we're provided opportunities to send our people to go serve and to be a part of the life transformation that's happening there. If we had more organizations like this, there would be more safety and more shelter for those who need it.
This is our medical space on site here in our shelter. It's bright, it's light, comfortable colors. We teach them and equip them how to navigate the healthcare system.
The real wins are whenever you find out 2 or 3 years down the road after you've put somebody's perpetrator in prison, they haven't relapsed, that they've completed their GED, they have full-time employment, or they've rebuilt their relationship with their kids. Those are wins.
There are thousands and thousands of people in our own backyard who are experiencing this, who think that there's no way out and no way to help. For us to be able to step into that space and know that we have the source of hope and the remedy for that, we're taking part in God's will and bringing kingdom come on earth, stepping into that darkness and shedding that light.